welcome to Happy Cooking with Yvonne Douglas. I'm Doug.
And I'm Ivan.
And you know what I'm in the mood for today?
What?
Your Mexican enchiladas.
Yummy, let's do it.
Okay, Yvonne, so tell us, what are the ingredients we're gonna need today for your Mexican enchiladas?
So we're gonna make, usually when you make enchiladas, you have the green enchiladas, you have red enchiladas, and you have the Tex-Mex enchiladas.
Mm-hmm.
Today I'm taking you back to the good old days.
Ooh, going back in the good old days.
Right, so we're gonna be doing the red enchiladas.
Oh, the red ones?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this recipe is like a very old recipe. I remember my grandma used to make that, and so now when you get to eat regular enchiladas, you're always comparing it to the good ones. Basically, we're gonna do everything from scratch.
Okay.
So we have this is called Guajillo Peppers.
It looks scary.
And so this is not a really spicy pepper, but they also use it for other dishes, like for tamales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
And how many do you need?
Well, for the what we're doing today, I have 20. That should be enough.
Wow.
And then I also have. So we're gonna be making 3 fillings.
Now, what are these called again?
Guajillos.
Guajillos, and where can you find these?
So any Latin store is gonna carry the traditional, typical peppers. So you have the ancho, chile ancho. You have the guajillo, and you have chile de árbol, which they're used for. The chile de árbol is used for different sauces. Like if you're making tacos and you want a sauce for tacos, then you're gonna use chile de árbol. If you're gonna make tamales, you're gonna use guajillo and chile ancho.
Okay.
And so you can find them in any Latin store.
Okay.
So we're gonna make 3 fillings. I usually like the onions with cheese, and this is queso fresco.
You wanna hold that up?
Yep. So this is queso fresco, and basically it's just gonna be this cheese with onions.
Okay.
And then we're gonna make another filling, which is gonna be potatoes and carrots.
Potatoes and carrots.
Yes, it's actually gonna be really
Really?
good. Yeah. So here I have 2 potatoes. I have the carrots, and
Now this is a huge carrot.
Yeah.
Where did you get this huge carrot?
So we got it at the Latin supermarket, and also the cheese. I got it there, and the potatoes. So I'm gonna use this too. And then for the filling, we're gonna use just one, but I'm gonna make also a cabbage salad.
Oh, a cabbage salad.
Yeah, which is gonna have purple onions, and it's gonna have shredded carrots as well. So it's gonna be very yummy.
Yummy. Okay.
We're gonna make a salsa. And so for the salsa, we have tomatoes, garlic, jalapenos, and tomatillos.
Oh, tomatillos.
Yeah, so we're gonna make a really yummy salsa that is gonna go with the enchiladas.
Yummy.
I'm so excited. And the third filling is gonna be chicken.
Okay.
So we're gonna boil the chicken first, because what I like to do when you make the when you cook the peppers, you boil the peppers, and then we're gonna blend them. I like to use the broth from the chicken.
Yeah.
Because it gives it more flavor.
Oh, okay. That's why you're gonna boil it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how.
Could you use like chicken broth, like buy that in the package?
You can, but that's how they, my grandparents used to do that, and my sisters, my mom, they always use the broth from the chicken.
Oh, okay. So this is just a very traditional recipe.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Anything else we need?
So we're also gonna, we talked about making the cabbage salad, which is gonna have purple onions, regular onions, tomatoes, and balsamic vinegar. And then we're also gonna have some lettuce, shredded lettuce, for the enchiladas. And for the chicken, once it's cooked, we're gonna shred it, and I'm going to use chipotle peppers to give a flavor.
Any specific brand you need for that, or?
Well, I just picked it up at the Latin store where you can get any from any store.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna marinate. Once the chicken is cooked and shredded, we're gonna add the peppers, and then we're gonna cook the meat a little bit more with in oil.
Okay.
So we'll show you guys we're gonna do that.
Awesome.
And we're gonna have some yummy.
Did we mention
enchiladas.
this?
So cilantro is gonna go into the cabbage salad.
Okay.
I like the hint of cilantro, and you know, it's a garnish.
Yeah.
It looks very pretty on the plate, but also I like the smell of it.
And limes.
And limes is gonna go into the salad as well.
Okay.
All
I
right.
think you got everything right. Did you mention the garlic?
So, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Garlic is
Okay,
gonna
I
go
wasn't
into
sure if
the-
you mentioned the garlic.
Yeah. So
All
it's gonna go into the salsa.
Well, let's get cooking.
Let's do it. Hey guys, welcome back. So let us show you what we got so far. So we started with the peppers, and what we've done, we cut the tails and we removed all the seeds. And once you're done with that, basically this is what it's supposed to look like. And then you transfer it to a pot where we're going to rinse them out, clean them a little bit, and while you do that, then Doug, he cleaned the carrot and the potatoes, and at the same time, I have already 3 pieces of chicken breast boiling with salt, 4 pieces of garlic, and so we're gonna give it a minute to finish it, and then we're gonna use the broth for when we blend the sauce. So stay tuned. Okay, so Boo is now chopping the carrots and the potatoes. Are you having fun, Boo?
I love cutting the potatoes and the carrots.
So we also already cleaned the tomatoes and the jalapenos and the tomatillos, and also rinsed out the Guajillo peppers. A quick tip while you're rinsing out the Guajillo peppers, if you couldn't get all the seeds out while you're rinsing them out, you can you can see that the seeds start to come out. So I usually do that to save time while you're rinsing them out. So now we're going to chop the onion, and we're gonna mix it with the cheese. I have the cheese over here. So I like to cut the onions very fine, and I love onions, so a lot of onions for me is really good. So I'm using half an onion right now, and this is the way my grandparents taught me to cut the onions, to make sure that we get very, very fine pieces. So first, I go all the way across, and then I turn it around, and then I start slicing it this way. You get like really, really small pieces, so you don't end up with big chunks of onions, but good consistency is important. Now we're breaking the cheese, the queso fresco. I already transferred the onions into this ball, and now I'm going to crumble all of this cheese in here. Yummy. And now we're going to mix it. So we're gonna mix all the onions and the cheese in here, and now we have it ready. Now give it a good toss so all the onions and the cheese are mixed in together, and that's gonna be our filling for the cheese and onions enchiladas. So I can't wait. My mouth is watering. Hey guys, all right, so I'm already boiling the tomatoes, the jalapenos, and the garlic, and the tomatillos for the green salsa. And I already have my Guajillo peppers in here. And as you can see, I only rinsed them out, and these do not need a lot of boiling. Once I'm gonna transfer the water from the chicken that I'm boiling, I'm just gonna let them sit for probably 5 minutes, and they actually are gonna be ready to be blended. So I'll just get the broth from the chicken, I'll transfer it in here, and I'm just gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes, and it'll be ready because this water is boiling, so you don't need to boil anymore. So we just take them in here. And now the chicken is pretty much ready as well, so I'm just gonna take it out. So I'll take the chicken breast out. We're gonna shred it in a little bit, marinate it with the chipotle peppers, and the rest of the broth, I'm gonna use it. I already have the carrots and the potatoes here, so I'm gonna transfer that in here. And we're gonna boil our potatoes and our carrots with the rest of the chicken broth. And that just adds more flavor to the potatoes. So I'm gonna transfer that here. Let it boil. And then we're almost done. All right, guys, welcome back. So now we have our chicken breast, and I'm gonna start shredding it while still hot. You know, I like to use forks, and so I'm transferring it to this olla de barro that we got at a Latin store. So my grandmother, basically, back in Mexico, they used to use these balls quite a bit. So to me, it's just a lot of fun, and it adds tradition. So now, basically, this is what I do. I'm gonna start just shredding the chicken, and then once I get all that done, I'm gonna add the chipotle peppers and some vegetable oil, and I'm gonna cook it a little bit more, and it'll be ready. So this will be one of our fillings. Hey guys, so I have half of onion, yellow onion. I use a lot of the yellow onion because it's a little sweeter than the other onions for cooking. I have 3 garlics that I chopped very finely, and I have the chipotle peppers. I also cut them, and so now I'm gonna add everything onto my shredded chicken. So we'll add that in there. Then I'm also gonna add.
That was 3 garlic toes, right?
Yes, 3, and I'm gonna add some salt.
How much salt did you add?
I'm just assaulting the.
Oh, just.
I'm assaulting the chicken.
You're assaulting the chicken, oh lordy.
And I'm going to add some pepper. All those yummy flavors. And now we're going to toss it.
You're gonna toss it?
I'm gonna toss it. Yeah.
Toss it. He said toss it.
You're making fun of me?
Yes.
You're making fun of my Spanish?
You're English.
No, you're making fun of my Spanish.
Si, senor.
All right, so we're going to just toss it.
Toss it?
Yeah.
I like how you toss.
Yeah. That's good. All right, and then we're going to add some vegetable oil, and we're gonna cook it for about 10-15 minutes, and it should be ready.
In a pot?
In a pot.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Okay, so we're using an old-fashioned smasher, potato smasher.
So what are you doing, Boo?
I'm smashing the potatoes with an old-fashioned potato smasher.
The carrots and the potatoes.
Yes.
And on these, you're just gonna add salt and pepper.
A little salt and pepper, right?
Mm-hmm. And this is gonna be our second filling.
Awesome.
You having fun, Boo?
Having a blast.
All right, guys. So we are cooking the chicken in oil, and we're doing it in la olla de barro.
What is it called?
Olla de barro.
One more time?
Olla de barro. It's so hot. So we're cooking the chicken a little bit more, just with regular vegetable oil. It smells so good. All right, guys, so now we have our red salsa and the Guajillo peppers are ready to go. So we're gonna transfer these into the blender so we can make the salsa. So we do that carefully. We'll transfer it here. we use some of the water when we're blending. So we're gonna keep it in here. I add half an onion and 3 cloves of garlic. We're gonna use some crushed pepper, some salt, sal al gusto. That's how you say it, bro. Sal al gusto.
Sal al gusto.
Yeah. So here we go.
And how do you say pepper?
Pepper?
Yeah.
You say pepper.
No, like in Spanish. Pepper.
Pimienta.
What is it?
Pimienta.
Pimienta.
Yeah, so we're adding some of that juice in there. And now we're gonna blend our salsa. Some more liquid. Just move it around a little bit. Okay guys, so we have our Guajillo sauce, and look at this beautiful color. So now I transfer it to a frying pan with vegetable oil. I'm just gonna cook it a little bit because it gets a little bit of a different flavor. So we boiled the peppers, we blended it with salt and pepper and garlic, and now we're gonna cook it for a little bit. But then some of the water that I have from the blender, I'll add that to the chicken to give it some of that Guajillo flavor to our chicken. So just move that around. And this is gonna be our chicken filling for the enchiladas. It has the onions, the garlic, salt, pepper, and the chipotle peppers. And I'll just add some more of this delicious sauce to it. And here we go. We're almost done. So now we're going to make our green salsa, which we're gonna use for our enchiladas. So now I have the jalapenos. I'm gonna transfer them to the blender and the tomatoes. Then the tomatillos into the blender so we can make our green salsa. Let's get all those tomatoes in there. Let's get the garlic. All right. So now let's get the onion in there. We'll add a little bit of water. Same thing. We do some salt.
That's pepper.
Some pepper. And now the salt. I feel like Rachel Ray. I'm rushing.
Say what?
I feel like Rachel Ray.
Oh, Rachel.
Cover that up. And there we go. Alright, so I like to use cilantro. So I'm just gonna chop a little bit of it and just throw it into my salsa in there. And our salsa is officially ready. Look at that. All right, now you want to taste it just to see if it has enough salt. That's perfect. Good salsa. Okay guys, so this is how we make the enchiladas. So I have the tortillas now, and I added oil, vegetable oil here, and so we have to fry the tortillas for a little bit. So you have to get them ready. They can't be too soft because otherwise they're gonna break. So you wanna fry them enough for them to become a little bit hard, but not too hard. So like this one is ready. So I'll just take it out, transfer it here. This one is ready too.
How do you know they're ready?
You see a little bit of color. You see that, you know,
And
brown.
it gets a little bumpy.
And it gets a little, yeah.
Or it like puffs up a little bit.
It puffs up a little bit. So like these are not ready. So I'm gonna let them fry a little bit longer. And before I take them out,
Now these are flour tortillas?
no, these are corn tortillas.
Oh, corn.
You cannot do enchiladas. You can, but you know, I've never seen anybody making enchiladas with flour tortillas. So like this one is ready. Take it out. This one.
And you can do this in a regular frying pan, right?
You can, but you know how cool is this? You know, this is I'm taking you back to the good old days, like I said. So now, all right, let me show you what you do. So we have our fillings here. So I'm gonna grab one of these. You're gonna dip it into the red sauce, like this. You know, it's a little bit messy, but that's okay. That's why it's so fun. So you take it out here. We'll grab our mixture of cheese and onions, and we're gonna mix it over here. All right, so we're just going to roll it like that, and that one is ready. So we'll transfer it over there. We'll get another one. We'll dip it into the sauce again, right there. And so we can make this one of the carrots and potatoes. Get it in there. We'll roll it, and see now that you fried it and it's not too soft, it won't break. So we do that. Now we make this other one, and let's make this chicken flavor. We'll grab some of our chicken, shredded chicken, and we'll roll it, and we'll transfer it over there.
Well, it looks yummy.
Yes.
I cannot wait to take a bite.
So we have I made a lettuce salad with tomatoes, red onions, and cilantro. And then I made a cabbage salad. Here it has red onions, tomatoes, salt and pepper, and then obviously the cabbage and balsamic vinegar.
You did balsamic vinegar and extra virgin olive oil, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. All right, so let's take a. Oh, sorry.
Salsa.
I'm dying to eat. Can you add some salsa to it?
I think this is spicy.
Oh, it's spicy. Okay, yeah, I can't have too spicy.
It came out a little too spicy, which is good for me, but you can't do that.
I know I can't.
All right, so tuck in.
Right, yay!
Let's try our
Finally, I'm so hungry.
enchiladas.
Yummy.
Wow. Oh, this is good.
Very good. Can you add a little bit more sauce, the red sauce to it?
You can.
Okay.
Yummy. You like it?
Yeah, it's really good. Very tasty.
All right, you were craving enchiladas, so here we
Oh,
go.
it was. They're really good. And I want to taste the. That was the chicken. This one's the.
Cheese and onions.
No, the potato and
carrots.
Oh yeah, that's good too. Now I'm having the cheese and onions.
Yeah. So alright guys, you all have the recipe for the traditional red enchiladas. Now you guys know how to make it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Alright.
Very good, Boo.
Enjoy.
Delicious. Happy cooking.
Happy cooking.
Bye bye. Yummy.